we got all the confetti out of our hair.
Your hair.
Right. That's true. But we are finally done recovering after a whole week.
It was a rough week too. Let me tell you, I'm still not fully recovered.
Yeah. So we needed all of our energy to have the best time in the world at probably the world's like coolest sporting event.
Yeah, the Super Bowl definitely is like year in and year out the event to attend.
Definitely a bucket list. Okay, so let's walk through the week leading up. So we spent the week before the game in the media center, and we're going to tell you how that came to be.
Yeah. So originally, we thought we'd go stay at my parents' house because they don't live like close to San Francisco, but they live closer than we do.
It's like Bay Area close.
They're like on the outskirts.
Yeah.
We figured we'd stay there a few days and then go to a hotel for a few days so we're closer to the action. But we didn't know what was going on. So Monday, we went to the media center to pick up our credentials for Radio Row.
Which, shout out Threads. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. That was great. And we figured it was a 1-day pass because on the email it said, "What day are you available?"
So we were like, any day.
We'll go any day.
Yeah.
And we had never done this before. So we didn't want to like email them back like, what day did we get?
Right.
So we figured we'll go to the media center, we'll pick up our badge for whatever day, and then we'll go on that day.
Which, by the way, the pickup process is wild because you walk in and they have this AI thing that like reads your face and it automatically is like, okay, Mary, like here you are, or whatever.
Yeah. So they tell us that our credentials are for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. To our surprise, it was great because we get to go to Radio Row for 3 days instead of just 1 day.
Yeah.
But it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you can't pick up your badge all for the week. Like you have to go there Tuesday morning, pick up your badge for Tuesday, Wednesday morning for Wednesday, and then Thursday morning for Thursday.
Which, did you know that there were that many different kinds of like media credentials? I feel like there were like 1,000.
Yeah, there was a ton. I just thought you get a credential, you're good. But
Yeah.
no, there's like a X, a C, a pink square, and all of them give you access to different things.
Yeah.
That was on Monday.
That was on Monday.
And we decided we better get a hotel closer to San Francisco Monday night instead of, we thought we were going to like get a hotel maybe Wednesday through Sunday, maybe even like Thursday through Sunday. We didn't have a solid plan.
Well, I think we quickly realized that so much of what happens in sports media is on East Coast time. So stuff happens at 6 a.m. here because it's 9 a.m. in New York.
Exactly. So we got a hotel closer to San Francisco and San Jose. Tuesday morning, we drove to San Francisco. Big mistake. Stuck in traffic forever.
Yeah. That Bay Bridge is scary to be on.
paid like $40 to park.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we go to pick up our credential, and they tell us it's for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we're like, no. Like,
shoot.
Yeah. But we didn't make a big fuss of it because we were just grateful that we're able to have them. And the guy was really nice.
He was.
And he said, here, I'll tell you what. I'll take away your Friday credential and give it to you for Tuesday. So pulling a switch since you're already here. And actually, that was for the best because on Friday, we already had a really full day packed with On Location.
Yeah.
So we got Radio Row credentials for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And we wanted to make the most of it. So, I mean, we obviously were getting up early, getting into the city. We ended up taking the BART
Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday, which honestly was a great decision. The BART, excuse me, BART. I'm from Southern California.
It depends on who you talk to.
Right.
Where I'm from, we called it the Bay Area Raider train.
Yeah, so is necessary.
BART.
Yeah,
it wasn't Bay Area Raider train. It was the Bay Area Raider train.
I think it's fine, but the taking BART was a really good decision. It's really clean.
It was way cleaner than I expected.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of expecting literally a train wreck, but no, it was nice. Like
Yeah, it was great.
the city was also really clean.
Yeah, it cleaner than I've ever seen it. That's for sure.
Yeah, so shout out to San Francisco for hosting a really good Super Bowl week.
Yeah. So we finally park, and lo and behold, the Rich Eisen show is recording in the parking garage that we were parked in.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we get to Radio Row, and on Tuesday, not everybody is completely set up yet. It wasn't too crazy over there. We basically hung out with the people from Threads because we didn't really know anybody and figured at least they know us and we know them, so we'll just hang out there.
Yeah, I think to give you some behind the scenes, like we were experiencing this all for the first time. It's so along the outside of this giant kind of room that is Radio Row are what you might call exhibitors. So FanDuel and ESPN and like the big kind of names in sports have these giant, like Bleacher Report had like a whole Chuck E. Cheese situation set up.
Yeah, like a kid's arcade.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. And so Threads was like right in the center when you walked in, which was really cool because then everyone like came and chilled. And we're promoting NFL Threads. The community on there is awesome. And then sort of in the middle, you had like radio stations set up with tables, and all of these shows were broadcasting and would have these kind of guests roll in. So like anyone you can think of in the football or even like sports world was like coming through at one point, being a guest on shows, and it was just kind of madness.
My favorite part, Bounty, the paper towel company, was promoting paper towels by handing out chicken wings. Because
We
you need paper towels when you eat chicken wings,
Facts.
unless you're going to be making out with your fingers in front of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, after a certain point, you need the paper towel. Like,
Yeah, you can only make out with your fingers so long before people start looking at you weird.
well, and to your point, those chicken wings were life-saving because like you get to Radio Row super early in the morning, and we didn't know this the first day, but like they had pastries in the media workroom. So, we didn't have breakfast. We like barely got coffee. We got in, and by the time it's lunch, you're like starving, and there's not really food in the media center.
No, they do provide drinks.
Hmm.
They did provide like some pretzels, but I would rather pay to eat somewhere.
Yeah, the Snickers ice cream was key though.
Oh yeah, that was
That was
another
epic.
lifesaver. Thank you, Snickers, for
Yes.
providing ice cream for everybody.
Shout out Snickers. So, yeah. So our first day was a little quieter. Wednesday, we chilled with the Threads team more, but we like got there early, and
We got the Threads microphone and got to walk around a little with it.
that was really Mina Kimes gave NFL Threads a shout out. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I got Richard Sherman to ask him his Super Bowl score.
Yeah, he was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it's really cool to see these big people in sports like get to know what Threads is and join the conversation.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, now that's basically what we did in Radio Row. Now we'll skip to Friday, which was the crazy day because now we're working with On Location, and On Location doesn't just have Super Bowl tickets; they have a full weekend experience.
an on location trip to the Super Bowl is a bucket list item in itself because right. So we on Friday and on location has like a package for everyone. You really can like mix and match, or they have packages where you can some folks that were with on location went to NFL honors. Like you can do
Yeah.
anything.
They are now a full concierge service. You tell them what you want, and they'll figure out how to do it.
And they'll do it so well.
Yeah. Everything is taken care of, no headaches. And they gave us the option of going to see the Killers on Saturday night or staying on Friday night. And we thought about it, and we thought the Killers might be more our type of music.
We're not like Sting enthusiast. I mean, we love Sting. Yeah.
We also had a brunch on Saturday with
Right.
On Location. So you didn't want to do like a million things on Saturday. So we figured let's spread it out. We'll do the the Sting concert on Friday, they had a gifting lounge, which
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. You should talk about what that is because I had no idea.
It was my first time going to a gifting lounge too. You went there and they have massages and those like air things that go on your
Oh,
legs.
those were so
Yeah,
key.
you get to sit on like the 32nd floor of a hotel and you're just overlooking the city while you're getting pampered.
Literally, you're like getting handed gifts from like different brands.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
We got pajamas.
Yeah.
Um, we got like a $250 speaker too.
Oh yeah, turtle box.
Yeah, they give us each a turtle box, like a good sized speaker. I couldn't believe it. And they're like, "This is your gift." And the best part about oh, and they also had like some chips and guac and chocolate and
Desserts
yeah, like
that I mauled.
cookies. Yeah, but the best part, you don't even have to take the stuff back home with you. You go back downstairs. They gave you a box, and the bag fit perfectly inside the
It
box,
really did.
and they ship it to your home.
Oh, I'm so glad we did that.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge thing because we drove there, but for the people that flew, like, if you have two people and you get, two good sized bags, you're probably gonna have trouble packing that in your luggage. So it was perfect.
Yeah, we experienced that at the draft a little bit. We were super grateful for all the gifts again on location. Thank you. We
Struggled to get them all home.
Yes, we had like a giant wrestling belt, and we were like trying to.
I actually gave like when we went to the draft, we got autographed Sterling Sharp football. Like each one of us got one, and our Uber driver was telling us how he grew up a Green Bay Packers fan. And he was telling us when your kid is born, you put their name on the waiting list so that hopefully when they're 25, 30 years old, it's their turn to get season tickets.
Right.
So I told him we met Sterling Sharp, and he was like, "Oh, wow," and everything. And I said, "Yeah, we got autographed ball." And he was like, he couldn't believe it. And so when we got out of the car, I showed it to him. I was like, "Yeah, this is the Sterling Sharp ball that we got." And he goes, "Oh, man, that's beautiful." And I said, "It's yours." And he was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "You're going to appreciate this way more than me."
Yeah.
Like, we live in an apartment. We don't have, a ton of extra space, and we're Raider fans. So he was like, "Wow!" And like I knew that ball was going to be put on the mantle, put to good use, and I couldn't have been happier for him.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah. But back to the point is, you got so many gifts. It was hard to like stuff them all in your luggage.
It sounds so like we had so many gifts, but it's true. Like we struggle. I'm not the lightest packer, so we already had lots of.
Yeah, we had a lot of luggage, so shipping everything
It
was
was great.
a lifesaver.
Definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after the gifting lounge, we go and have dinner, and then we go to the Sting concert, which um he puts on a pretty good show. I was completely unaware.
Sting is like 25 years old. Like he was so had way more energy than I will ever have again in my
Yeah,
life.
he brought the energy.
He really did. And so the concert was at the Palace of Fine Arts. And what was so unique about it is I think did everyone have an on location package to the show?
I'm pretty sure they did because it was like all on location.
Yeah. So I think you could buy like separate tickets, but the cool thing is they really created this entire world where like the stage was all the way in the back of this Palace of Fine Arts, and then there was a huge viewing area for everyone, like a concert. There was a separate viewing area we got to stand in at one point that was just kind of like
A viewing deck.
A viewing deck. There you
Yeah.
go. But there were a ton of what they called lounges all around the rest of the space, and your credential got you into one.
Depending on what package you got, and all the food was all inclusive. You didn't have to pay for food.
It
You
was
didn't have to
so
pay for
nice.
drinks. You just walk up. If you just wanted a beer, like they had like a cart. You couldn't just literally grab the beer because you have to be at least 21.
Right.
But they like hand them to you. They did have like water and soda that you could just grab right out of a bucket, and
Love that.
ice cream, cookies. I mean, they had like something for everybody over there.
I love that because how many times have you been at like a sporting event, a concert, whatever, and there's a line for the bathroom and there's a line for refreshments, and you're like, I don't want to miss the action. So this was just a brilliant move.
They even had people with trays walking around. Like it
Oh,
was great. You could get food like anywhere you turned. There was food or candy or snacks,
they did have
whatever.
candy.
Yeah, M&Ms. Thank you.
Yeah. No, and the food was good. Like they had all kinds of, they had like hot dogs and sliders, but they also had like Korean popcorn chicken.
Yeah, and like chicken sandos, sliders, hot dogs.
It was great.
They even had like Chinese food and
Oh yeah.
I can't even remember what else. There's like some fancy stuff that I couldn't even pronounce. And
That's true. They really like the decor and the food throughout the weekend really like spoke to San Francisco's roots, like Chinatown, some of the like Middle Eastern food they had. We can talk about the brunch that we went to. That was like another.
yeah, so that's the next day, Saturday morning on location. Again, like I said, they fill up your weekend. You're gonna have something to do every day. You just don't go like when you buy a Super Bowl ticket to the Super Bowl, you get your ticket, you go into the game, like that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
With On Location, they set up a full weekend for you. And so Saturday, we got to go on a brunch buffet in Napa Valley.
Oh my gosh. It was so nice. Like, when you drive into Napa, you like get to see all the wineries, you see the wine train, and everyone's like, woo, at 10 in the morning.
Hey, Julian Edelman joined us.
Yeah. Megan Rapinoe.
Yeah. So Megan Rapinoe sits next to us and she's talking. And I tell Jam, I go, maybe we could ask her to be on our podcast. And she goes, Megan Rapinoe's a really big deal. Like, I don't think she does.
It's cool. Like,
She was like, that's like asking Shohei Ohtani to be on your podcast.
she is like the one of the Shohei Ohtani's.
Like she's like superstar level, and we're like, this is our first show, so
Yeah. No, but she was like so kind and
yeah, she was awesome.
like just talk to us about like the like women's soccer now and how well it's doing
And LA28.
Mhm. Yeah, we got to sit with one of the directors of LA28.
Yeah.
And he is like super pumped. He said On Location is working with LA28 as well, and people are like already really interested in packages, which we love to hear. So it's like sports in California is just ramping up.
And they give you another gift there too. Actually, we got like a custom fitted like jean jacket, or you could have got like a denim. There's like a camo one or whatever. And then you also got a really nice bottle of wine.
It was.
Yeah, I gave mine to my dad because I don't really drink wine, and I figured, here's a fancy bottle of wine for you.
They definitely made us look good. Like
Yeah.
we picked out a really special gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, so when we got there at like 10, they were like, "Oh, we're going to do a a sparkling wine toast." So they had sparkling wine for us, which I very much enjoyed. They also had these fresh beignets.
Farm to table, like
Oh,
all locally sourced. Beignets were awesome.
were those the best beignets you've ever had?
It's either that or the ones from Disneyland. I think they're a little bit like not the same category because these ones were a little fancier or like higher quality, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess technically they would be the best beignets I've ever had.
There's definitely like I will remember those for a long
Yeah.
time.
And we got to call it a day pretty early with the On Location on Saturdays. We got to our hotel early, got some rest because we knew we had a huge day for the Super Bowl. And that didn't disappoint either.
No, so first of all, with a big event like the Super Bowl and just like in the Bay Area in general, parking is always it's just gamble. So On Location got us a parking pass right next to the stadium. It was super easy to get in.
Actually, before that, didn't realize how sunny it was.
Oh, yeah.
So we're driving, and I'm thinking, we're in an outdoor stadium. I need sunglasses. And what's open Sunday at like 9:30 in the morning on a Sunday? We're driving around, and we Google, and it says Ross, and we go to Ross, and there's nothing there. There was a Dollar Tree next door. Was it Dollar Tree?
There was like this was like an epic. It was like Dollar Tree, Ross, and Big Lots.
Yeah. So I go into the Dollar Tree, and lo and behold, they have sunglasses for $1.50.
Yeah.
I bought 3 pairs.
They looked really good
I,
too.
I was like, for $1.50, you're gonna leave them at the Super Bowl, and then I'm laughing, thinking, you're going to the Super Bowl, you're sitting on the 50-yard line with your $1.50 sunglasses,
We're literally sitting next to like CEOs and like
living the life.
corporate. Oh, it was. I will cherish that forever. Okay, so we got our $1.50 sunglasses. Key move. Park.
Like
Effortless.
right across the street from the stadium. It was incredible. Like you couldn't buy parking there. You had to get it with the on location package.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then they tell us we're tailgating inside the stadium. So when everybody could only go inside 2 hours early, we got to go in 4 hours early, and we get to see the field before everybody gets there. It was a sight to see. Like probably never experience a sight like that again.
No, it was like I have to say I heard like some mild complaints about the stadium from other people, and I was like, I don't know what y'all are talking
No
about.
complaints.
Yeah, this was perfect.
Yeah, we got to sit in a club area where all the food, again, on location, provided all the food. It was all inclusive.
It was all like San Francisco themed.
And they had a rotating menu. So when you first got there, they had chow mein, right?
I think yeah, like chow mein. At some point they had chicken strips.
Yeah, I
Um,
definitely loaded up on the chicken
oh,
strips.
they had garlic fries,
Yeah, garlic
which
fries,
I love.
lots of cookies,
Lots of cook. Yeah.
coffee.
Hmm.
Needed lots of coffee.
They had a margarita that was like a little bit spicy that was really good.
Oh yeah, and I don't normally drink, but I'm like, it's all inclusive. It's
Right.
the Super Bowl.
Here I
Like,
am.
let's have one.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were there. This is actually our view when the confetti came out.
I mean, that's an incredible view.
Yeah,
Like
we're literally on the 50-yard line.
I don't think I've sat on the 50-yard line like often for just a regular football game.
No, neither have I.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
So, this was like right after the Seahawks won. They blasted confetti. It was a fun moment.
Yeah. So what about kickoff? Like, how were you feeling like when you got to kickoff?
So I was like, okay, I was excited. There was talk before the game that like it wasn't going to be a good game, and I think we were just like we want it to be a good game. We didn't really have a stake in like who we wanted to win. But I was feeling great cuz I was like I've already like gotten to eat.
Like, I'm one margarita deep.
Yeah, I know. It was the perfect amount cuz I wanted to remember the experience.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
didn't want to. Now, there were folks around us that definitely enjoyed the open bar, but like which as you should. Like you're here with On Location, like
The lady next to us, she definitely enjoyed the open bar because like every like 5 to 10 minutes she's like, excuse me, and like
Yeah.
walking in front of us.
But our seats also were really good in the sense that no one sat behind us.
Yeah.
So we could stand up and record oh yeah, and we did that flag trick thing.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
they
cool.
they had a poster, and everybody in our section had a similar posters, and it was like a graphic, but to the view of on TV or like across the way, what it said, like America 250.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was neat. I'm actually really proud of everyone for not messing it up. Like you get people.
Actually, they kind of did mess it up because
Oh,
on
did they?
on the instructions, it said to present them during the national anthem,
Oh,
but then they
that's
told
right.
us to put them up before the national anthem even started.
Got a little.
So the national anthem didn't actually get the view.
Got a little excited about the flag trick.
Yeah, so the people that watched on TV did get to see it if they were watching before,
Yeah.
but during the national anthem, you didn't get to see that view.
Well, Green Day was awesome. And
You
all
were
of
definitely rocking out.
I grew up with Green Day, like loved like that genre of music. So I was thinking of my friends in high school. All of the pregame festivities were amazing. Like the national anthem was amazing. They had like this flyover as he was singing.
Best flyover I've ever seen.
The America the Beautiful and Lift Every Voice and Sing were incredible. Like just everything you would want from like one of the biggest days in the US, I would say.
Yeah, it was incredible from start to finish. And then the game finally started. Like by the time the game starts, you're already down 4 hours of eating or drinking or whatever you do, having fun.
Right. It felt like it went fast.
Yeah, it actually did go pretty quick. I was glad we were like really close to our seats because like you next thing you know the game's starting.
Right. So then the game starts and we wanted to make sure we got like it's hard because it's not hard, but you definitely want to savor every moment of the game. Like even if it's not there's so much to see at the Super Bowl that's not even just the football game. Like they're constantly showing celebrities, they have like people in the stands that are excited. It's just like such a spectacle.
Yeah.
So, I think we only got up once in the first half and then obviously we get to the halftime show and we are
In our seats, we are not. Yeah, we planned. Okay, let's get a refill on food
mhm.
after the second quarter starts. We didn't want to go at the end of the first quarter because we knew that the lines would be long. So we waited. People start getting back to their seats. We go. They have cotton candy now and
Oh
Jolly
yeah.
Ranchers.
The quintessential drunk food.
Yeah. So we go to the bathroom and get some snacks. And I think that's when they also brought out the chicken strips. And I was like, ooh, let me
Heck
get
yeah.
some of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never gonna say no.
Yeah. And then we get back to our seats and we're fully prepared for the Pitbull show, which took about 10 minutes to set up before the concert actually started.
Which like that in itself was such an amazing thing to see. Like cuz we're watching it in real time. I don't think they show that on TV, the setup.
No, I don't think so.
So we're watching like these plants come in and converge and all of a sudden there's like this forest and it looks like scenes like they're going to walk through a maze and we're just like what is it was incredible they set it up that fast.
Yeah, that was definitely took a lot of planning and execution to get that done, but they did it and they knocked it out too.
Yeah, like congratulations to the visionaries like besides Bad Bunny that did that cuz like it was that alone was an awesome show.
Yeah. And then the game itself, a lot of people said it was boring. Like, granted, it wasn't like a nail biter. There was not really a back and forth. You pretty much knew Seattle was going to win the game.
Yeah, I feel like the Patriots hung in like the first half and it was a defensive game and then they just, the Patriots made mistakes in the second half and it just but I think and it may have been different being there, but like to me it never could be a boring game because
No, it's exciting.
yeah, like
you're at the Super Bowl. Like people wait all year long for this event to happen, and you're actually there.
yeah. And you're like, you're happy for the players, like this is such a big deal. You're happy for the coaches. You're excited, like you're looking at people in the stands and you can tell they're like feeling the excitement. Like what a dream.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. All the Seahawk fans that were there were like in another world.
yeah.
And I actually saw some people like gathering the confetti. I tried to gather confetti, but my grip might be too strong.
Yeah.
And I ended up like crushing it, and it's like pulverized. And I go,
It's quite dainty.
yeah. So we decided let's leave the confetti there. And then there is a part where we may have not known. Um, we actually never confirmed. We might have been able to go onto the field with On Location, but we were having so much fun in the stands that we didn't realize that everybody was like leaving the area.
Right.
And we actually just stayed there and we got to listen to
Like the post game.
the post game show. Yeah, like the
Trophy.
award trophy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really neat. Like it was really cool to see like Sam Darnold and everybody up there. Um, so there is for sure a package you can get with On Location where you can go on the field. But I mean, even just where we were, like it was so we didn't want to leave our seats. The view
No,
was
we
so
just wanted
good.
to stay there.
Yeah, so we got our like Bad Bunny light things that they gave us for the show and
Collected a few extras.
yeah. So, one thing about the halftime show, which in my opinion that's the best halftime show I've ever seen. Um and like I know it was different on TV, but I it's funny because a lot of people reference like the billboards or like the jumbotron messages. I didn't even see that cuz I was so focused on the field.
Yeah, I was focused on the field and I completely missed all the messages that were being displayed on the billboard.
It's actually kind of cool to like go back and watch the show like from what you would see on TV because it's a really different view, but like some like people were like, "Oh, was it a bad view for you because you were there?" And we were like, "No, it was just such a different perspective." Cuz like I lost Bad Bunny a couple times, like he would be like in between like a bush and I'm like, "Where did he go?" And then what's funny too is like so Lady Gaga pops out and like the person next to me was like, "Who is that?" And I was it's in my mind it was like someone else because she didn't look like herself. So I was like, "I'm not totally sure." And she's like, "I think it's Lady Gaga." And I was like,
Senora Gaga.
"Yeah." I was like, "No, I don't think so." And then Ricky Martin, like,
Yeah, there's
wow.
a lot of random people that you didn't even expect to be there to show up.
There was like a 10-second Daddy Yankee like song cameo that was cool. But it was a really like again, it was just the appreciation I think for like the setup and the vision and the message. Like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great. And probably won't ever get to experience that again, but hopefully we could experience something similar to that.
Yeah, for our so this was our fifth sporting
Fifth
event,
sporting event of the year.
fifth out of 100. It's gonna be hard to top that, but I'm just gonna hold it with us. Like we've had such an epic year so far.
Yeah, we're only, well, we've done six now because we did the NBA All Star game,
Mhm.
but we're at the 5 point, we've done the Rose Bowl. We did a Raider game.
Hey, they won.
Yeah. The college football national championship game,
That was pretty cool.
unrivaled,
That was cool.
and then the Super Bowl. Like that is
I mean,
a streak we'll probably never replicate again.
well, that's like a lifetime. I mean, we're not saying this to brag like that. We're so grateful. Like that's like a lifetime bucket list. You know, we just decided this year we're getting married. We're like I'm graduating. Like we're just going all in. We're doing it.
100 sporting events. And we originally started doing vlogs for them, but we've come to find out it's really hard to enjoy yourself and record yourself and record the surrounding area. So we decided we're gonna do a podcast instead, and we might talk about like what's coming up, and we have a lot more freedom to talk instead of recording and editing.
We can recover and remember all the funny stories that happened.
Yeah.
So, and all like the characters that we meet along the way.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed this, please give us a subscribe and let us know what sporting events you want to see us at and what you want to hear about.
Yeah, thanks, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Every game counts.